What is going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. And today we're gonna be talking about Nyheim Hines. Nyheim Hines, a really good scat back in my opinion. Yeah, he could come in and run and make a few big plays on the ground, but I think he's more of a player. You just get the ball in his hands and he's gonna make a big play. Just get him in some space, and the dude's gonna make a play, and he's gonna make a few guys miss and get a lot of yards for you. And I think he's an amazing gadget to this offense. The thing is with Nyheim Hines, he was out of small school, right? Um, he's a really good receiving back, right? He could do punt returns, awesome at punt returns. There's a lot that this kid could do. He's definitely gotten better in between tackles and between the guards. I mean, um, he's definitely gotten better within like those trenches. But if you get him to the outside, like if you put him on a pitch and if he gets to the outside, man, you better watch out and is able to cut up, man, that dude is gonna get a lot of yards on you. He is a very very explosive back for the Colts. Now what will his role be considering that Mac is back? He's gonna come in once in a while, just like Mac and Taylor. They're all gonna have their weeks where and Wilkins, they're all gonna have their weeks where they're gonna, one of the backs are gonna be hot, and then the next week the other back is gonna be hot. Maybe one week it's gonna be Jonathan Taylor, maybe another week it's gonna be Hines, and then Mac, and then maybe even Wilkins. Heck, you never know, but all these running backs are capable of doing a lot, and Nyheim Hines especially is very versatile. He could also play in the slot. He could, you know, line up out wide if you want him to, as we see in that Packers game. He had a huge catch to convert a fourth down. Um, but my big knock on him is, you don't want to be giving him, more than like 10 carries a game, maybe 11, 12, because as we've seen, this isn't a knock on Hines. It's just what his skill set offers. He's a really good receiving back. He's still improving on running in between the guards and the trenches and stuff. But once he gets outside, he's just one of those players. If you get him in space, he's gonna make a few people miss, and he's gonna go for a lot of yards, and he's gonna bring your offense pretty far down the field. But as we've seen in the Titans game, when Taylor went down, pandemic, everything that, um, we saw that Hines' strength is definitely, being a gadget. Line up in the slot, make those huge plays from the slot, being a wide receiver from the running back position. Don't get me wrong, he was really good at running the darn ball. But he's the type of player you don't want to give 13, 14 carries a game. Nonetheless, a really good back, in my opinion, as all Colts fans will agree. A lot of people will agree with me. Really dynamic. I'm just excited to see what Nyheim has to do next, and I love this running back group. They don't care how they do individually. They don't care. They do. They do. Of course they want to help the team to the best of their ability, but that's the point. Team. They're team. They're not trying to separate themselves and being the best winning group. That's not what they're trying to do. They're just trying to come in and make this team better and bring them to the playoffs, or if we do get playoffs and such. But that's another question for another day. But yeah, that's my honest thoughts on Hines. He hasn't had a lot of injuries at all either. I don't think. He's been injured once. Which is huge. He's been fairly healthy. Um, but yeah, Hines' role in this offense is going to be amazing. Whether he line up in a slot in the backfield with Taylor or with Mack or even with Wilkins, heck, you never know. But I'm really excited to see what Hines has in store for this year, for this upcoming year. So I thank guys for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like and a subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video.